Hello and welcome, dear children. Today we will study Standard 8th Civics, Chapter number 5, the State Government. In part 1 video, we have all understood about the state legislature, legislative assembly, also known as Vidhan Sabha. We also studied about Legislative Council, which is also known as Vidhan Parishad. Now, let us see and study the executive of Maharashtra. First of all, we should know that every state has its own legislature and they make the laws for the particular state. And the state executive executes the laws made by the state legislature. The executive head of state legislature are the governor, chief minister and council of minister. Like the president is the nominal head of the country, the governor is the nominal head of the state. The governor is the constitutional head. He is appointed by the president for the term of 5 years. Can you name the current governor of Maharashtra? Yes, his name is Bhagat Singh Koshyari. To be eligible for the post of governor, the person should be citizen of India and above the age of 35 years. Once the person is appointed as a governor, the governor has to perform various functions, like he has to approve the bills passed by the Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad and recommend the budget amongst the other functions. He also has the right to issue an ordinance if the need arises to make the law. Ordinance means an authoritative order. Now, like the Prime Minister is the executive head of the union government at national level, similarly CM, that is the Chief Minister, is the head of the state government. Can you name the present Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Yes, Shri Uddhav Thackeray. He belongs to Shiv Sena party that we all know, isn't it? We also know, children, that when elections are held, different party leaders participate in elections. For example, BJP party, Congress party, Shiv Sena and many more parties are there. Now, the party which gains the maximum amount of seats after elections, it becomes the majority party. The leader of the majority party, who enjoys the confidence of the state assembly, is appointed as the chief minister by the governor. So you see, children, so many powers the governor has. He has the power to appoint the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. So, he is a very important person we can understand. The Chief Minister, on the advice of the governor, selects the Council of Ministers. To select the Council of Ministers is a very challenging task, because by selecting the Council of Ministers, the Chief Minister and the Governor have to think about the reserved seats for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward class, women's and minorities as per the Constitution of India. Once the Council of Ministers is formed, the Chief Minister distributes portfolios among the ministers. Portfolio means it's a separate department, for example, agriculture, foreign affairs, education and many more. The minister who is in charge of that particular department have to be responsible for the growth and development of that particular department. Example, we can take the Minister of Agriculture. So the Minister of Agriculture will look into the welfare of farmers, their progress. Then he will also think that how to grant them funds in need or during crisis. See children, to obtain success in any field, you need a support and cooperation from the people connected to that particular task. For example, a group project of science subject is given to you. Then you need guidance from your subject teacher, support from your parents, and cooperation from your team related to that same project. Then definitely you will get the best outcome with support and cooperation from everyone. And if there is no support from your team and there are constant conflicts among you all, then the failure of your project is confirmed. Similarly, the Chief Minister plays a major role in handling and gaining cooperation from his appointed Council of Ministers. The absence of cooperation will lead to conflicts between departments and the desired goals may not be achieved. So only the Chief Minister has to resolve conflicts between departments and ensure that they work together with the same goal in the same direction. He also has to make new policies for the progress of the state. He has to take note of problems faced by the people and work towards the welfare of the people of the same state. This is how the CM plays a very important role as a problem solver and solves the issues faced by the state and comforts the people. If you see the state of Maharashtra, it is one of the most progressive states in India. It was formed on 1st May 1960. The state of Maharashtra is India's leading industrial state. It has contributed 13% of national industrial output. Mumbai, which is the economic capital of India, is home of biggest business houses. It is the leading state in the country in terms of agriculture, industrial production, trade and transport. The contribution of Mumbai has made Maharashtra the number one state in the country. Mumbai is a hub of manufacturing, finance and service sector. Pune has emerged as an IT and automobile hub of the country. Not only these districts, but Nagpur, Kolhapur, Solapur are other dynamic centers of growth and development. It has also gained success in leading and implementation of cybersecurity and creating a safe cyberspace for citizens and business. The state also leads in various sectors like health and social security, education and service sector. Yes, it's a proud feeling to be a part of Maharashtra, and we can never forget the martyrs who laid down their lives for the foundation of the state. I hope children you all have understood this lesson very well. You need to revise this lesson. I'll be putting few questions. Need to find the answers of the given questions. Thank you.